The Lotus assassins will stop at nothing to protect their new emperor.
You have done well to restore the fountains of Dirge, but they cannot shield you fully. Not with the power I now control. This is nothing more than a dream, my pupil. I can do nothing here, but I can influence things. Do you remember your fellow students? They certainly remember you. They remember how you left them to die.
I would have saved them if I could. Your plans are what killed them.
They died, so there would be nothing holding you back. Their deaths ensured that you were properly motivated. Without you, they would still be alive.
So once again, I did not mean to cut that out. But yeah, that's Win has something to say. But yeah, no, this is another one of Lee's strategies. He knows that depending on how you react, he pretty much knows that that you got closer to your friends, and if you play the open palm path, he can pretty much reasonably assume that these were close friends of yours. So basically, he's trying to psych you out to make you weaker. So yeah, that's all it is. But the truth of the matter is, they'd be alive if Lee hadn't used their lives as pawns. So don't feel bad about doing this. Don't let him psych you out, because it can be a very emotional moment, especially if you're, young, just like, oh god, here we go. Twisted logic is what it is. Jing Wu.
You're going down. Legendary strike.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Impressive, but this was only a dream. You will not be so fortunate tomorrow.
Despite their differences, Dawnstar and Silk Fox can be quite powerful if they work together. Ooh, teasing. But yeah, quite the revelation to find out that Leanne's cousin's been fighting for the entire time. And if you actually look at Leanne and Dawnstar, they look somewhat similar. And no, this is no fake out. Sagacious Zoo has been dropping hints about the entire time, and the Water Dragon confirmed it. So, yeah, Dawnstar's a princess. But I believe Leanne is still the heir to the throne.
You're awake. It sounds like the army is on the move. They're on their way up the mountain. Sky left a few hours ago. He said he was going to see how far up the mountain they had come. We haven't heard from him since, and I'm worried.
Look, he's back!
Well, that's convenient for my nerves.
Sorry for being late.
Are you alright?
Fine, never been better. Once the bleeding stops, I'll be good as new. I went down the mountain to scout them out. I figured I could get a good estimate of how many were coming and get back here. It didn't work out like I planned. There are Lotus assassins by the score, and golems too. You didn't bury them all. They have a lot more. Imperial Army flyers in the distance, too. They'll be here soon.
Bad, bad, very bad. What are we going to do? They'll be across the main bridge in no time.
Then we'll need to destroy that bridge.
Yes, we must. The golems are not just the ones you saw before. Bigger ones, giants, siege golem.
Siege golems? Oh, I've heard of those. 30 feet tall and can throw in arcs. Well, pretty darn far. I didn't have time to measure. Oh, they crush walls, too. It would be bad if they reached us. The casks I took off the Dragonfly would make short work of the bridge, though. A little fire, and whoosh, earth meets sky.
You will need someone to keep any advanced Lotus assassins away from you. I will accompany you.
No, it's too dangerous for just one person. I'll go as well.
Dawnstar, take the princess and protect. Now, whoever you pick here does have an effect later on. And since, we run us down Dawnstar, let's go ahead and say this. Dawnstar, take the princess and protect Kang.
What? You would put her in charge of my safety?
Now, Lien. We have to hurry. It's an emergency, so follow my lead.
You assume a great deal, Dawnstar, but it is not my choice. Gather your toys, Kang.
Yes. As fast as I can without dropping the casks. Earth meets sky, remember?
But what about the rest of us? Why just send them? Why are we sitting here holding our... Oh, I get it. They're coming here too, aren't they?
Well, who? The Lotus assassins? But they'd have to fly to get past the wall, and the winds are too strong.
Hundreds may die in crashes, but a few will get through. Do you really think Death's Hand minds such losses?
If small groups could land anywhere, we should spread out. If small groups could land anywhere, we should spread out.
My wounds will make me a burden if I stay at your side. I will keep guard over the temple itself. Groups landing there should be small enough for me to handle. Kang, old friend, I'd like to borrow a few of your marvelously explosive casks. I have something special in mind for any assassins who breach our line.
What? Yes, whatever you want. I have enough on my mind. During the night, I made some, reinforcements to the marvelous Dragonfly. I don't sleep much, you see, ever. Anyway, I doubt we could escape, but we can make a dent.
A short run in the flyer to take the brunt of their advance. It might be a worthwhile mission, or it might be suicide.
Well, what isn't these days? It's not necessary. I leave the decision to our illustrious leader.
Fine, let's fight them in the air. We can assault the bridge after.
Yes, that's the way. I knew you'd be up for it. Off we go. Everyone be ready for our return.
Make every shot count. We'll need the help.
And here you get one last chance to use all of your abilities. Now, I'm going to bring in my Shrieking Fury. We have yet to show Reverse Tides, and if my memory serves correct, we're going to use Dragon's Wrath. So, you get to see all the skills without a bonus video. Hooray for unintentional planning. So yeah, I do like how even Leanne was not ready to accept the reality of Dawnstar being her cousin, because that would technically mean she was fighting with her cousin over the same dude. go. So let's use reverse tides. So as you can see, this is what it does. It actually brings the entire area to a stop for a short second. It's a pretty neat, nifty trick. And if you remember in our Lord Lao's Furnace episode, that hour-long monstrosity of a video, if you had this, and I honestly wish I had known about this, I honestly never actually done Lord Lao's Furnace all the way through. This is actually a pretty nice ability to have for the final boss of that entire section. Let's get a full thing for this. There we go. So yeah, but yeah, I like how Leanne was just not having it for, because that meant that she was essentially arguing with her long lost cousin over the same dude. At the same time, it also creates a couple of things as well, but it is what it is. But yeah, once again, I do like how everything kind of comes to fruition. I like how suddenly it's like, look, I'm not just going to sit around and wait for him to come at me. I'm going to do whatever I can to weaken him as best as I can. Oh snap. Okay. Yeah, you cannot destroy the missiles. You just kind of have to avoid. Yeah, not gonna lie, I forgot about this boss. I said forgot, actually I've never done this boss before. Right? And now I am out. There we go. Whew, boy, that took a minute. But yeah, no, it's no fake out. It's no fake out. It's no rug pull. Dawnstar is Sun Li's daughter, and honestly, you figured this out in the Lotus Assassin Fortress. After all, Sagacious Zoo was very concerned about Dawnstar's well-being and safety, and he mentioned that he did defy one order, only one, and that was the killing of Sun Li's entire family, barring his child. Spirit's calling. Did I get a new? Is this a new? Is this a new Dragonfly power or a new technique?
Well flown and fought. It didn't stop them, but that black eye will make them think twice about our resolve. Now, back to bringing down the bridge.
You better have enough explosives left. Dawnstar and I can't hold them off forever.
Are you sure I shouldn't just charge the main gate? They wouldn't be expecting that.
Unexpected acts are not always successful acts.
You have a narrow understanding of success in battle, Bun Man. Must be your small head.
They'll be here soon enough. You will have your fill of battle.
My fill? I have been sated from wine and battle, but never filled.
We will stand to the last. That is the duty of a guardian.
It looks like we won't have long to wait. Kang better keep his mind on his task at the bridge, or this will be a short last stand.
Wait. I sense something.
Time is better spent doing than talking.
You must listen to me, girl. There isn't much time. You must search Dirge and look for the chests that were hidden all these years. When the Emperor attacked, we hid ancient weapons and other treasures in these chests to keep them safe from Sunhi's greedy hands. With the wars restored, spells that had hidden these chests were wiped away. You must find them if you can. They will be all throughout Dirge.
What are you staring at? Shouldn't we be going to the bridge?
You didn't see him, did you? It doesn't matter. I know what we're looking for. Follow me.
Now, remember when I said the choice you made between who you picked? Take control of Dawnstar, defend the bridge while Kang sets the charges. Remember that choice I said you made? Well, this is the choice. If you say Dawnstar take Leanne, what ends up happening is you play as Dawnstar. If you say Princess take Dawnstar, you end up playing as Leanne. Dawnstar has no focus. Why is that? Why is that so important? Simple. A thorn in shining heart weapon gained. This is a new weapon for Dawnstar, I believe, right? Actually, no. I think it's something you bring back to. I think it's something you bring back to your main character. But regardless, whoever you pick is who you play as. And since Dawnstar has only ever used her longsword, she has no focus because her longsword is unlimited. You will always have the longsword. Same thing that would happen with Black Whirlwind in the arena. If you pick Leanne or Silk Fox, then yeah, you will also have unlimited sword. So something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind. So you want to just keep a lookout for all these urns. I don't know how many there are, but you know, as you saw earlier, you'll know them when you see them. Now then, let's go ahead and go through here.
I have to wedge the casks of dragon powder under the bridge. The Lotus assassins are sure to come up that pass any minute. Keep them from this end of the bridge. Here they come! Hold them off! I only need a minute!
Try not to fight like a farmer, Dawnstar.
And here we are. Oh, Dawnstar actually did get a new blade. I don't actually think that's her sword that we see her use throughout the game. And as you can see, they pretty much go down in one hit. You don't have to worry about too much. I wouldn't recommend using I would not recommend using what's the word I'm looking for? Chi damage. Because it is ultimately unnecessary. Is ultimately unnecessary, but you can use your chi to heal if you need to.
Nuts and bolts! One of the fuses came loose. I need another minute or two.
Nah, great. You didn't think of it easy, did you?
Doddering fool, get it done!
Now we got Lotus assassins who are hiding, or these are invisible. So we've got to be careful with these guys. So I recommend staying by Kang as much as you can. Also, I like how it's like you know, we defeated Gia, and she made mention that there were going to be more golems than we could really know. And what do we see inside that pre-render? Well, a lot of golems. A lot of golems. A lot of them are very big too.
It's done! Get away before it explodes! The fuse is a short one! It will stop the main force, but flyers don't stop at bridges. Our friends at the temple may have only gained a few minutes.
And there's the Siege Golem, which I think that if you didn't take this path, you would have had to fight the Siege Golem. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. That's something you would have had to deal with. Oh dear. Each of your followers has a unique strength. You will need to rely on them to succeed. No der, dude. No der. But but I do like this segment of the game, just trying to thwart the glorious strategist and all of his schemes, because Dirge was a bottleneck. He said so himself.
They've given us a few minutes already. Dawnstar and the Princess did their job too well. That's better.
Just shut up and get ready.
Now that's a big one. Finally, a worthy fight.
So yeah, now you play as a Black Whirlwind, and Black Whirlwind loves a fight. Now I forget what the wine does. I think it's literally just here, just to be here. I don't think you're on a time limit. I just think you just gotta hit a certain threshold. Oh right, there's a health restore for Blackboard because he likes wine, and well, Hidden Pecto gives alcohol for the drunken fist style. Now, I don't know if there's like a specific threshold you have to hit for this. Alright, let's heal a little bit here. And there goes the Jade Golem, which I think that's going to be it for that one, so...
I think we should go back to the temple. And quickly, before those flyers drop more Lotus assassins.
More is good. Let them come.
But we'd be safer in the temple.
We're safer if I destroy the enemies they send. I prefer an active defense.
Way of the Closed Fist. That is Black Whirlwind. And if we go to his little character profile, there we go. Red skies. So I think we have to go out here to satisfy Whirlwind's desires. Such an odd walk. And here we go. Now I believe that if you go to the temple, this section ends here. But if you want to give Whirlwind what he wants, this is where you do it. Untold Slaughter. And he gets the Untold Slaughter. Let's take a look at this. I can't look at that. So yeah, if I'm correct, and I think I am, all you're really getting are skills for your character. I like how Whirlwind just burns every time he drinks. It's like, yep, I'm good. Anything more? Anybody else? Can I replace my focus? I'm curious. I'm actually curious. Nope. No, you can't. It says 27. I wonder if we can get 3 more. What about down this way? Is anyone here for Whirlwind to slaughter? door is locked. Move up to the stairs of the temple where he is done slaughtering enemies. When he is done slaughtering enemies in the courtyard. Okay. Well, I think we're pretty much done, so I might as well go ahead and head back. Man, he has such an awkward run. Yes. Oh, we got more. So I guess we can just kind of go back and forth until there's just no more left. Poisoned? Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get at 40. Just 36. Let's go back. I'm legit curious as to how far this can go for. Like, being legit, I'm legit curious as to how far this can go. Any more? Any more? Nope, nope, no more here. By the tents? By the tents? No? Okay then. Well, I guess we're done here. Let's head back on up to the monastery. Well, monastery to the temple. But yeah, I do like this section because you get to play as multiple characters, and depending on who you pick between Dawnstar and Silkfox, you can play as either Dawnstar or Silkfox. And yeah, I just kind of wish that he had like team attacks, where it's like,
that racket is distracting me from the cries of my enemies. Sky better have a good reason for ringing that bell.
some assassins must have got past us somehow. I'll go look.
I have let no one past. Not with all their parts, at least. You go. I'm having too much fun here. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Come to my axes, all of you.
Good, you are here. The trap is set, the signal sent. It's all up to you now.
Trap? Signal? Have I forgotten something?
No, this is something I couldn't tell you about. Please, give me a chance to explain. You'll like what I have to say, I hope. I was approached, once or twice. The Lotus Assassins offered much, even the chance of returning my daughter. But I assure you, I did not plan to betray you. You showed me that the world, my life, is not as pointless as I once thought. My daughter is long dead. Their offer only shows how desperate you have made them.
I'm glad you trust me, but they still plan to launch a sneak attack.
I let them think I agreed, but hear me out. I couldn't risk that someone else in the group was also tempted. They might tell Death's Hand the plan was discovered. This is a chance to isolate the leader of the troops. Death's Hand thinks that he and a group of assassins will enter the temple unopposed. But I have a surprise. I set traps. Remember how I asked Kang for some of his explosive casks? The assassins will be destroyed, and Death's Hand will be yours alone.
Then I personally defeat Death's Hand and the army will fall. I like it.
He's an arrogant one. I doubt he'd consider the possibility that my loyalty to you would be stronger than my fear of him. The bell was the signal. He'll be here. Thank you for this opportunity, by the way. I can never face Death's Hand myself, but I want to make him pay for thinking I would be so weak. Use my daughter against me, will he? Make him hurt.
Very good, Sky. You have proven a useful tool.
Guess again, you slab of rot. That should soften him up. I may not be able to fight him while I'm wounded, but at least I did this. I'll go warn the rest.
You have a better grip on your fellows than my master thought. The plight of a dead child is difficult motivation to resist.
Let's see, Lee knows much about perverting such motivations. His child is an excuse. It is no grip. You rule through fear. I inspire loyalty.
Fear is all that is needed for the masses. That is why I exist. I am the will of the Emperor. I am Death's Hand. Sun Li commands that you die. I must obey. The will of the Master guides me. The strength of the dragon empowers me. I cannot be defeated. I must obey.
Then fight as you must, but you will not defeat me.
You know nothing about me, about what I endure. Your fists will not defeat me, not while I must obey.
Legendary strike.
And this is Sun Kin. We are fighting Death's Mask, the spirit of Sun Kin, tied to an armor, tied to a body of armor, tied to a suit of armor, from which he can never escape, and from existence he can never fully be free of. And oh dear, does he do some damage. Not gonna lie, I like this fight because it is a unique fighting style. It's a unique style all his own that I don't think you can learn inside the game. I think that this is literally just Sun Kin, Death's Hand, you know. Oh well, he does a lot of damage. You have to take a massive hit. Now, we'll go ahead and swap this out. Is he susceptible? He is. Okay, good. Good. So if you ever get low on chi, you can chance a couple of hits and get some chi from him. Just remember to be careful. Ooh, that is dangerous. But yeah, it's interesting that it's like they kind of foreshadow who Death's Hand is with the weapons he uses in the Lost Assassin Fortress. Because you only see Sun Kin once. You only see him once in the entire game leading up to that point. And the one time you see him, he's wielding a long sword, a long curved blade, and a dagger. The same curved blade and dagger that Death's Hand is wielding. And now, his middle brother, and you gotta feel bad for Sun Kin. He's literally the head of the Lotus Order. He's literally the head of the Order of Enlightenment that was designed to lead the Empire and inspire the best of the best. And he gets in a moment of, I guess, a moment of weakness that his middle brother proposed to him to overthrow their older brother. He gets bound to his middle brother's suit and is forced to serve his older brother, never being able to die. Then Sun High passes, and suddenly he's bound to his middle brother again. Dude cannot catch a break. Okay, that where that is. Let's bring out Fortune's Favor. Because oh boy, is Sun Kin a worthy fight? Like Death's Hand, he lives up to how dangerous he's made out to be. It is not just for show. There you go. You don't get to heal. You don't get to heal. Rest in peace. Saving game. Please don't turn off your Xbox console.
You refuse to see it, don't you? You must know who Death's Hand is by now, but what he is defies you, defies your skill. He is more than Sun Kin ever was. Sun High linked him to the stolen power of the water dragon, and bound him to my armor to taunt me, an unrelenting, unbeatable force that wore the face of my betrayal. Now he is mine.
Your words do not frighten me. I know all about you, more than you might know yourself.
Do you pretend to have insight into my character? Some great truth from beyond the pale that will reform me? I am no villain. There is no malice in my actions. I had no choice. My brother had no restraint. A world under his heel would be chaotic and violent. I will bring order. I will ensure that everyone is safe within their roles.
Ah, an authoritarian, dictating who gets to live and gets to die. I learned of your family. Do you use them to justify this? Your child lives.
What foolishness is this? Death has addled your senses. You bring up memories that are mine alone to bear, and then you claim that they are false? I will not hear this. Your tongue profanes a place in my heart where no one is permitted.
Zhu was meant to kill her. He spared her. It's Dawnstar.
You are truly speaking nonsense, Dawnstar. Ridiculous. But you have no doubt. Your voice is unwavering. You believe this with all your being. You force my hand. I must picture her, unblinded by strategy or hate, and consider what it would mean if she truly were my child. I must answer, it does not matter.
Why not? The death that spurred this was averted. The gods are not so harsh after all.
If I had the emotions you think I should, I would have defended her or died at her side. But her death had no real meaning to me, so neither does her life. I am forced to confess that my first feeling was not sorrow at her loss, but anger at my brother for destroying my possessions in so petty a manner. In the end, it changes nothing. I intend to make the Empire a better place. As a god, it will be a simple matter. Arise, Death's Hand! You are bound to this power, and you will not stop until this fool is dead.
You trained me. Would I fall to someone I have already defeated? I am a spirit monk.
You have learned much about your heritage as a spirit monk, but you missed the most important lesson. They are all dead. Their skill did not save them. Do you intend to rescue Death's Hand? Perhaps you think you can appeal to his conscience, to the remnants of kin that swim in that helmet.
Ken was made Death's Hand after you abandoned him. I'll restore his true self.
Will you? Even if you could, I believe you would find it difficult to release so valuable a tool. Come then. Pit your will against mine. Take him if you can.
And now we fight as Sun Ken with his dragon sword. Now, unfortunately, we don't get to use Sun Kin's special skills that Death's Hand has. It's literally just the longsword style. But we get to use Sun Kin to free himself from Death's Hand. And I honestly wish that they had let us use Sun Kin's own fighting style instead of this. That's just me personally. I love this fight, I love everything about it, but they're really trying to point home he should have been using his own style. The style that we saw him using.
Enough! You have cut the strings to my puppet, but you will know defeat soon enough. I grow closer to the heavens by the minute. Take this corpse. See if you can throw away such a useful tool. I will face you at the height of my power, in the heart of my empire. Your master awaits you, child.
Please, let me rest. Let my spirit finally have some peace.
So we have a couple of things that we can ask. Do you deserve peace? Despite your later slavery, you helped attack Dirge. Or we could be magnanimous in victory. Calm yourself. I will release you from this prison.
Your master is diminished with my loss, even if he does not admit it. Thank you, Spirit Monk, for letting me rest.
Way of the Open Palm.